What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. What up, Zach? What up, Miku?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you guys as always. Go continues. Absolutely. And, the market, J. Powell, pump faked us again because, it was looking pretty good in the morning. And just over the course of the day, everything just kept selling off. And now we finish here in the reds, end the day. So, yep, absolutely. Go continues. But, actually, pretty funny. If you guys want to stick around for the Yolos, you're welcome to. But, yeah, for the Yolos on Wall Street Bets, we actually had some pretty decent TA on SPY. And some charts about former recessions and stuff. So actually the YOLOs today are going to be more educational. Pretty surprising. How are you? Talk about BBIG, please. Yeah, I'm all good. I'm good. Holding up, as best as I can. Everyone's doing the best as they can right now. Market's pretty rough, but I'm all good, Hope you're good as well. Talk about BBIG. Yeah, we're going to do a full TA on BBIG today, so stay tuned for that. We'll get to that in, we gotta do some other stuff first. Go over the watch list and the news first, but yeah, we're gonna get into BBIG. Does it have any chance to squeeze? Probably not. To be completely honest, not in the short term at least. I think it looks bullish in the short and long terms, but as far as a squeeze goes, probably eventually, give it a little bit of time, maybe a few months, and it'll have another pop. It'll probably gamma squeeze. But for the time being, I don't expect a short squeeze or a gamma squeeze or anything like that. It will have its day again. But for the time being, I expect, small incremental gains. So, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. But, this whole short squeezing stuff is what retail's really into now. And, I just tell the truth. Not trying to get anyone's hopes up for anything. So, I sure hope so. But honestly speaking, probably not for a little bit. For a few months, I would say. And when it does, you got to hit the sell button. That's how you play these meme stocks. But it does look bullish. I will say that. So, it's not... I don't think it's going to tank. So, as of right now, it looks like a buy and hold. How much should you sell it? Well, that really depends on how much profit you want. But yeah, we'll get to it in a second. I did a video on it yesterday as well. But yeah, there are some major supports and major resistances. So I can, tell you where some major support and resistances are. Well, resistances, which are good exits. But it really depends on how much profit you want. And another way you can play it is selling covered calls at the moment. Miku. What up, Peasy? What up, Swarley? What up, CR News?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thanks for being here, guys. A lot of people in here today. Appreciate everyone. Please smash the like button. Do I look at OTC stocks? Not too much. Not too much. I look at them for you. If you want me to check it out, I'll give you my opinion. But I don't really mess with OTC that much. There are some people in the community that are into that, though. So, yeah, I think if you ask on our Discord, Swarley, you may get some better answers from other community members other than me. But personally, I'm not into OTC that much. But if you want me to look at any OTC stocks, I'll be happy to look at the charts and give you my opinion on the TA. Average 272. So what's it at now? 270. So you're in the green. You're actually in the green, which is a good thing because a lot of people, a lot of apes bought in pretty high and they're bag holding right now. So, I think one way you can play this is selling covered calls, Miku. We'll get more into that once I switch the screens here. But when we get to the TA, I'll tell you some good exits, some good resistances to exit at, and I can take a look at the options chain and see how the covered calls are looking. What up, Big Least?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thank you guys. Great show already. A lot of people in here, nice and early, which is kind of surprising because Thursday is one of the slower days for the stream, and today was a down day, which when things are red, retail doesn't really come out, and so it's pretty surprising. But hey, good surprise. So thank you everyone for being here. Please smash the like button. Why is Hyundai in OTC? Because it's not American, is it? It's I don't even know what Hyundai is. Is it Korean? Not sure. That's a good question. But generally OTC is more small cap, more risky stuff. So that is a bit weird. All right, guys. So today is Thursday, May 19th, 2022. I'm your host, Ty, and this is Smarter Gambling. So today is... So today we're doing the show from Ramenistan. Once again, are you guys surprised? Absolutely not. So like I was saying earlier at the top of the show, it was looking pretty good to start the day. I believe all the major indexes were in the green, and definitely SPY and NASDAQ was. I'm not sure about the Dow Jones, but yeah, over the course of the day, everything just kept selling off, slowly bleeding, and now we finish here all in the red. So it's not that bad, price action wise, but still really sucks. Now, every single day we're doing the show from Ramenistan. Seems like every single day, every other day. So that's unfortunate, but I think crypto did well. That's a bright spot, crypto. And yeah, it could have been worse. So I'll take it. But nowadays we're celebrating these small victories, these small gains, these small losses. Like, yeah, it could have been worse. That's how you know it's bad. But regardless, got a great show for you guys today. Shouldn't take too long. There's really not too much to talk about, honestly. Should be about an hour and a half, something like that. Maybe 2 hours if you guys chat a lot. But gonna be a short show like yesterday. Gonna be a similar show to yesterday as well. So as always, we'll be doing our daily stock and crypto reviews. And today we got 4 articles. One about Crypto.com and Shopify. One about South Korean apes and Luna. One about metaverse gyms, and one about Cisco. Cisco was one of the major losers today. It had earnings. So, well, it's an honorable mention. We'll look at those earnings. Not going to do a full TA on that, though. And today, for the TA, we're going to do BBIG. Only one TA, BBIG, which we did yesterday. But, that stock did go down a lot today, so we're going to talk about that again. So that shouldn't take too long. And then we'll get to the Yolos. And we have actually some pretty decent Yolos today. Not literally Yolos, because for some reason, Wall Street Bets had some pretty educational stuff today. So some good TA on SPY. There are the actual Yolos, but we're going to have some educational content during the YOLO section today. So, yeah, we got some good Yolos today. Stay tuned for that, guys. But yeah, pretty straightforward, short and simple show. Shouldn't take too long. Let's get right to it. So probably hour and a half today. Double bottom worked out on both SPY and QQQ, in my opinion. All right, we can take a look at that. But yeah, that's bullish then. If it's a double bottom, maybe it's going to be a triple top and then a triple bottom again. I hope not. But double bottom, that is bullish. So good sign there. All right, let's do it, guys. And before we begin, please like the video. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. Oh, and by the way, the video yesterday was a big hit. Had like 250 views, 240 views or something like that. And we got 13 subs from that. So I was kind of surprised. I was not expecting the video to be that successful. But hey, I'm not complaining. So thank you guys. Great show yesterday. Was able to get some great content for that video, and yeah, major sub count increase from yesterday. 13 subs. Let's go. Maybe the bottom for now. Won't be surprised if markets rally from here. Yeah, I mean, no one can say for sure, but you know, it has been pretty bad. 400 looks like, well, 30,000 on Bitcoin looks like a possible bottom. 390, 400 SPY looks like a possible bottom. So no one knows for sure, but a lot of people are saying this could possibly be the bottom. And then a lot of people are saying it might get a lot worse. So, you know, I sure hope it is the bottom, but you know, can't be too sure. Brace yourselves. Pablo CCO CC0. I wanted those new subs. Well, welcome, dude.
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Appreciate you. Welcome to the community. Nice having you here. And, you know, hopefully you can join us for some more future shows. But appreciate you, dude. Welcome. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, so what do we got? What are we looking at first? Mullen and SPY. Hear a siren coming, so sorry about that, guys. Gonna talk over it. All right, so for Mullen, oh no, this is not Mullen. We're looking at BBIG, right? BBIG options chain. Yeah, so Miku, I don't know how many shares you have, but what you can do is sell covered calls on BBIG. So there's some pretty fat premium right now. High IV, 250, looks like 200 to 100% IV. So that's very high IV, so you can take advantage of this high IV and make some pretty fat premiums on covered calls right now. So, you know, I'm not sure where you're comfortable selling, but for the $3 strike, 3,000 shares. Okay, so you can get 30 contracts. So that's pretty good. You can get 30 contracts with all your shares. So right now, for example, right now at the $3 strike, it's $22 for the $3 strike. I'm going on the weeklies right now. So 22 times 30. So you can make $660 per week as of right now. You know, IV is subject to change, but if you sell the $3 strike, you can make $660 in premium per week while you hold. And if it goes above $3, then you sell at $3. And of course, you can push it back to there's $3.50, $4, $4.50, $5, $5.50, and $6. And you get less premium if you want a higher strike. But you know, that's some pretty fat premiums. So it's good that you're already in the green, and while you hold, you can sell covered calls and make income that way. You know, that's certainly what I would do. Not financial advice, but there is some very nice premium here, so you can take advantage of that. Not sure how much you know about options and cover calls and stuff, but that is a good strategy that you can do right now. And what else are we looking at? SPY. Okay. Double bottom. So you're talking about this double bottom, Zach? Right here? At like 387-ish. It can also be a bear flag, so that's not good. But it can also be a cup and handle. So, yeah, kind of hard to tell. But yeah, it does look like a double bottom is developing here. Weekly chart target. Weekly chart target and Walmart 200 moving average going to test the 200 moving average. Could SPY and QQQ do the same? Yeah, I mean, they're all generally trading in the same direction right now. And yeah, retail, those retail stores aren't doing so well right now. Finally caught up to them. The economy, the numbers. So I don't have the 200 moving average here, but I have the MACD, which is, similar to the 200 moving average. So on the MACD, it looked like still can't even see it. I'm not going to change it. But you can't see it down here. It's at the bottom of the screen. But it looked like it was about to, the MACD line was about to cross the signal line, and then it got rejected again. So, but it's not too far off. So if we get some bullish momentum here, it could retest very soon, which is a good thing. Bullish. So, yeah, I'm not so sure about the 200 moving average. I just don't really want to play with my settings right now. But on the MACD, it looks like SPY is about to retest if we get some bullish action here, some positive momentum. And on QQQ, yeah, kind of the same thing. It looks like it was about to cross the signal line and got rejected, but the MACD line and signal lines are still very close together. So we just need some positive momentum, and the and it is going to retest. Hopefully it goes above the signal line this time. Okay. All right, let's do it, guys. So the Dow Jones down 0.75%. NASDAQ down 0.44%. And the S&P down 0.58%.
And it's gone.
Yep. Pretty nasty, pretty nasty. Especially because everything was in the green, and psych, nope. The market got us again. Jay Powell got us again, tricked us. But the VIX is down 5.2%. Kind of weird, don't know why. Really should have went up, but I'm not complaining. VIX is down 1.61 points, down to 29.35 now. So, I mean, that's a lot better than where we were a couple of days ago. We were pushing the mid-30s not too long ago. So, 29 VIX, not great by any means, but, we'll take the small victories, as I said before. Small victory there. VIX is going down. But overall, not still not great. 29 VIX. We just need an actual rally here. We get some mini rallies, and then one day just wipes everything out. It's just so disgusting. All right, onto the watch list. So we're not going to spend too much time here. There's actually a good amount of green. This is interesting. Looks like there's more green than red, actually. So it looks like value. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing value is pulling down the market. But let's see here. Novavax, 12%. Oxygen, 8.75%. HYMC, 8.73%. So, yeah, looks like a lot of growth stocks. Growth and memes are up today. BBBY, 8.6. Shopify, 8.5. We got some news on that coming up. GME, 8.43%. BitNile, 8%. SoFi, Coinbase, 7%. MicroStrategy, 6.75%. Yeah, crypto's up today, so makes sense. Crypto stocks are going up. MMAT, 6.5%. Sundial, Lyft, Square, ABNB, Roblox. So yeah, these are all growth stocks. So it looks like growth is doing pretty good today, but value not so much. We got PayPal, 5.3%. I guess that's a value stock. It's also a meme stock too. Neo, Robinhood, Wish, Moderna, meme index down, meme index up 4%. Palantir is up. Uber, Riot, AMC, Clover, Peloton, DraftKings, Marathon. Chipotle is up 1.56%. Tilray, 1.5%. Nvidia, 1.1%. Starbucks, Exxon, Pfizer, Alibaba, Verizon, Amazon. See, I really didn't see any value stocks there. Looks like just growth is up today. So I guess the apes are pretty happy. But Boomer's not doing too good here. Let's get on to the red side. So yeah, Cisco, which we'll discuss very shortly, got an article about that. That's down 14%. Had earnings, bad earnings, pretty disappointing. Under Armour, 12%. I think they had earnings as well. So yeah, two big value stocks going down there. BBIG 9%, which we'll discuss today. Target still going down 5%. This actually ain't too bad. Ethereum's down, Mullen's down. Yeah, we got Nike, IBM, Apple, Lockheed Martin, Costco, JP Morgan, Google, American Express, Bank of America, Disney. So a lot of blue chip value stocks here. Morgan Stanley, Johnson & Johnson, Microsoft. So yeah. So this isn't as bad as it looks. It's just that value is really dragging down the market today. Most of the value stocks were in the red. A lot of growth and memes are in the green. So pretty good day for apes. Because growth, memes are up, crypto's up. So really the only people having not such a good day is the boomers, the value investors. So this isn't as bad as it seems. Pretty decent day, honestly, depending on what you were invested in. What up, Joe?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate you, as always. Okay, let's get on to crypto. One second here, gotta pull it up. And while I pull that up, let me check YouTube. 7 viewers, 11 likes. Thank you guys. Thank you a lot.
I appreciate you. You loyal.
So a lot of viewers in here. Please smash the like button, guys, if you haven't yet. But yeah, it's a great show already. So I appreciate everyone who's here. Okay. Wow, so crypto actually went down a little bit. It's pulling back now. But okay. So crypto's up 1.94% today. It was up a lot more earlier. So a bit of a pullback here, but hey, can't complain too much, right? We'll take the small wins. So let's start with trending and biggest gainers. Step in 3.73%. Terra is going down. We've got some news on Terra coming up very shortly. Terra down 18%, and then Pancake Swap. Then we got MetaPay, 1,300%. Fairy Forest NFT, no idea what that is, 800, 13%, and then United Bitcoin, 743%. The hell is United Bitcoin? So I'm not really sure what Fairy Forest NFT and United Bitcoin are, but all of that sounds pretty sketchy.
Hey, you gonna lose all your money? That's a scam!
All right, let's get on to the actual crypto here. So not too much price action, but I do see a lot of green, so that's a good thing. Bitcoin up 3.23%, over 30K again. Ether up 2.11%. That's back at 2K. So it looks like 30K and 2K are some very strong supports, holding there very well for Bitcoin and Ether. Binance, 3.34%, holding 300. XRP, 1%. Cardano, about 0.8%. Solana, 2%. Doge, up a little bit, 1%. Polkadot, 0.6%. Avalanche is down 3%. Shiba's down. Polygon's down. Litecoin, 4.5%. That's supposed to get upgraded soon. Chronos, 3%. FTX, 1.4%. Near and Bitcoin Cash down a little bit. Not too much going on in crypto. So it looks like a slightly bullish day. ApeCoin's down 1%. Yeah, let's sort this out. But it looks like not too much price action. Most of the coins in the green. What up, Jalen?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate you, as always. A lot of people in here. Please smash the like button, guys. And yeah, choppy day. I mean, isn't that every day now? Yeah, pretty disappointing day. It looked like we could have been in the green and just slow bleeding throughout the day, and we finished in the red. Pretty unfortunate. But hey, it's been like that every single day. Got to be used to it by now. Okay. Let's see here. So let's start on the green side. So biggest gainer is Kyber Network Crystal V2 by far, 15%. That's up 83% for the week. Wow. Kava is up 52% for the week, but big drop off after that. Everything goes in like the single digits there. So 15% down to 5% is the next biggest coin, which is Litecoin. So Litecoin's doing really well today. I'm sure the upgrade has a big reason. There's a big factor as to why that is. But I see a lot of value here, not so much growth. So biggest growth coins, Litecoin, and then Binance, then Bitcoin, and then Chronos. Let's see. So it looks like about 75% of the coins in the green, 25 in the red. And not too much price action. So not too much happening in crypto, but slightly bullish day. I'll take it. On the red side here, biggest loser is Terra UST, 27%. And then a bunch of growth, it seems like. Big drop off after that, nothing over 10%. Curve DAO, Convix, IOTA, Waves. Avalanche is the biggest value loser here, 3%. And then Polygon, less than 1%. So this mostly looks like growth. Growth had the biggest price action today. Value didn't move too much, but for the most part, it was in the green. So, yeah, good day for crypto here. It was up a lot more. Not a lot more, but it was up more before. And bit of a pullback now, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Got to take your small wins. I'm shorting Kuber, the Puber. I think you mean Kyber, right? All right, dude. I mean, yeah, it's up 83% for the week, so logically you would think that it would go down, but you never know with this stuff. So, got to use stop losses when you're trading crypto. But all right, good luck to you, dude. And yeah, it should go down. It should go down. This is a pretty massive run for the week. So good luck to you, Joe. All right, let's get on to the news today. Got 4 articles. Give me a second here. Let me pull that up. All right, still loading, but I think we'll get started here. All right, so today, guys, we got 4 articles. One about Crypto.com and Shopify. One about South Korean apes and Luna. One about Metaverse gyms, and one about Cisco. Let's do it. Crypto.com announced that Shopify merchants can now enable Crypto.com Pay on their online storefronts. Okay, so Crypto.com revealed they would be waiving the 0.5% settlement fee for 1 month on all transactions for Shopify merchants who sign up for Crypto.com Pay until June 30th. So I think we went over something like this not too long ago. about Shopify and crypto. But it says on Shopify you can pay with more than 20 cryptos, including Bitcoin, Ether, Kronos, Sheeb, Doge, and ApeCoin. And merchants will pay 0 transaction fees. And you also get crypto cashback in Kronos, kind of like a credit card. 10% on cashback. That's pretty good. So I'm not sure how many people are actually going to do this. Not many people actually purchase things in crypto. It's more of a buy and hold thing. But that's pretty cool. Doesn't hurt. So bullish for Shopify, bullish for Crypto.com and crypto in general. Awesome. So, we're seeing more merchants, more corporations starting to take crypto as payment. So like I said, I don't think many people actually use crypto to pay. But this is bullish. Doesn't hurt at all. What up, Jana?
Hey, hey, what's up?
Thanks for being here. Appreciate you as always. Talk about HYMC, please. Sure, let's just get through with the news here. This shouldn't take too long, and we can take a quick look at HYMC. All I ask is you please smash the like button. Please smash the like button, guys, if you haven't yet. All right, next article. New data shows South Koreans heavily accumulating Luna in hopes of a gigantic price rebound. So this is either like extremely stupid or genius. No in between. South Koreans are laboriously purchasing Terra's native token, undeterred by the massive crash last week. Notably, several retail investors believe that Luna, formerly among the top 10 crypto assets, would stage an incredible recovery. Yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah, a lot of South Korean apes are buying the dip here, buying the crash. So yeah, big chance, high risk, high reward. But it says several crypto exchanges, well, it says that the regulators are concerned. They warned against purchasing Luna. And they're concerned about the tendency of young South Koreans to purchase the asset despite continued price drops and the lack of a clear Terra revival plan. And it says that a bunch of exchanges are going to suspend the coin, BitDum, Upbit, and Upbit, and Coin One. So yeah, high risk, high reward, but if it's banned from the exchanges, you can't even trade it, so you're just going to be bag holding something you can't even trade. So, I mean, I certainly wouldn't do it. Not financial advice, but yeah. I mean, I guess it could work out. Luna is going to be Luna Classic now. So, even Bitcoin Classic, or Bitcoin Cash, I'm going to say Ether Classic. Ether Classic and Bitcoin Cash, people still trade them. They still exist, so I guess there is a place for Luna Classic. So, hope it works out, but that's just pretty insane to me. I definitely wouldn't recommend buying Luna right now. Maybe if you want to trade it, but buy and hold, I don't know. And I wonder why it's South Koreans, of all people. Joe, do you know if the South Korean ape, is buying Luna or what? I think you said he was trading it, right? I don't know, but hope that works out. All right, next article here. Survey shows 40% of Americans want metaverse gym memberships. All right, so I don't even know how that's gonna work. Call me old or whatever, but how's that actually gonna be a thing? You're gonna wear your VR headset and be in the metaverse gym. You actually need the equipment, don't you? So you're gonna have the equipment. You gotta buy all the equipment, put it in your home. Like, why can't you just turn your home? At that point, you could just turn your home into a gym, right? Why would you need to wear VR? I don't know. It just... the concept is a bit kind of dumb to me. But it says here, 40% of people said they would cancel their physical gym memberships in favor of a metaverse gym membership. But that's because they want to get paid to do so. So, I mean, I guess that's a reason to go to the metaverse gym. If you get paid to work out, probably not going to get much, though. Isn't that sad, though? People are only going to go to the gym if they get paid for it, not because they want to do it for their health. So yeah, that's pretty much the article. People are for the idea of a metaverse gym, but only if they get paid. And I don't even know if this is ever really going to happen. Metaverse gym. I mean, it kind of is right now with the Peloton and whatever the mirror is called. You know, on the Peloton, it's not necessarily a metaverse, but there's a tablet, you know, of like a trail or something that you can bike. So I guess you could just put on your VR and that'd be better than staring at the tablet. So there's that. But like I said, you need to buy the equipment. So why not just... There's already a gym in your house, so you don't even need to be in the metaverse gym. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me. And I think with the mirror, it's like, has metaverse aspects too. Not sure what the mirror is called. You know what I'm talking about. The workout mirror they got now. So, metaverse gym. I like to see that. I try it out. There's metaverse casino now. All right, last article here. Cisco stock. So this is not crypto. Cisco stock falls 13% after company projects unexpected revenue decline. Shares of Cisco fell on Thursday. The company projected an unexpected sales decline for the current quarter, citing the supply chain issues tied in part to the C-19 lockdowns in China. Cisco also reported third quarter revenue that fell short of analysts' estimates. Supply chain issues? Aren't they like a cloud company? All right. But yeah, this is a, pretty big blue chip stock. So this was a big loser today. So EPS was 87 cents, which beat the estimate of 86 cents. And revenue was 12.84 billion, which missed the estimate of 13.34 billion. So slight beat on EPS and miss on revenue. Doesn't really say the guidance. So the earnings weren't even that bad. I mean, I guess below average, but does that justify a 14% sell-off? I don't really know. I don't think so. But yeah. All these value stocks are taking pretty big hits, A lot of blue chip value stocks are meme stocks now. Yeah, this is one of the biggest losers, though, Cisco. All right, so there's the articles for today, guys. Let's get on to the TA. What up, Wilson?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thanks for being a dude. Appreciate you, as always. All right, let's do HYMC for Jana. And if you guys want me to look at anything else, put it in the chat, and we'll get to that. Let me check YouTube again. 8 viewers, 13 likes. So a lot of people in here. Appreciate everyone.
I appreciate you. You loyal.
Yeah, pretty surprising. Thursday is one of the slower days for streaming. And in a down day, in a down market, I didn't expect, too many viewers. So, really appreciate you guys. You guys make the show possible. All right, HYMC. I think someone asked about this the other day. Yesterday, maybe. It wasn't you, Jenna, but I remember someone asking me about HYMC. And what up, Punk Skater?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thanks, Minor Dude. Appreciate you. Anybody notice Nero going crazy today? Yeah, I did. I saw that in the pre-market. And I was looking at it like, damn, I wish I was still day trading. So I'm gonna come back to day trading again. I just need crypto to go back up so I can cash some out. But yeah, I definitely would have made a move there. But I have traded Nero quite a few times already, and that's definitely, you know, I wouldn't buy and hold that one, but it does this. It is a meme stock. It does this pump and dump and pump and dump and pump and dump stuff. So it's pumping again. It's gonna dump. But I did see that, and I was like, damn, I definitely would have traded that if I was day trading right now. How does CEI look to you? All right, we'll get to CEI as well. So, all right, HYMC. So, I mean, RSI is pretty average, 48 RSI, so can't really go too wrong buying in here at 137. Looks like it's consolidating right now. I can draw. This was a bull flag, but that got rejected. Let me delete this. But it looks like we're getting some consolidation here. So it looks like it's consolidating between 150 and like $1 right now. So maybe it'll go to 1 or 125 before it breaks out. But it's a symmetrical triangle, so it can break out to the upside or the downside. So it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. I've been saying this all along. It's really hard to tell. We're getting some pretty mixed signals here. Symmetrical triangle, that's neutral. Cup and handle, that's bullish. And then RSI is neutral, and there's a gap up at 40 cents. That's bearish. So, you know, if you want to long-term hold it, the entry right now, 135, is pretty decent, pretty average. Can't go too wrong, but this may come back down to 40 cents. Just, no. Take note of that. I don't think it's very likely at this point, but it may come back down to 40 cents. There's a gap there. And the way I would play this, and this is not, I'm not saying you should do it, but the way I would go about this one is I would set buy orders for 80 cents and 40 cents because there's some pretty wide channels right now, so there's going to be significant price action either way. But it starts to narrow at 80 cents. So, and pretty strong support there. So I think 80 cents would be a really good entry, and there's a possibility it comes back down to 40 to fill this gap. So I personally would set buy orders at 80 and 40. And if it doesn't go there, then, you know, whatever. But yeah, right now, long term it looks bullish. Short term, kind of hard to tell. It may pull back. But yeah, it looks like there's more consolidation to go. So I expect this to come back down to like 125-ish, and then it's going to have a big move to either direction. That's what this symmetrical triangle is saying right here. Sorry about the sirens, guys. OpX quad witching tomorrow. What do you think, red or green? Crystal ball. Well, I sure hope green. I feel green as well. Or I wish it's green. But, you know, in this market, I just don't believe. I just don't believe. I would not be surprised if it's a red, and there's a lot more red to go. So, you know, feeling optimistic, but in reality, you gotta, but realistically, you know, things can go a lot worse. What up, Henrik? Tell me about Walmart. All right, sure, dude.
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Please smash the like button, guys. Let's look at Neuro and CEI and Walmart. So yeah, Neuro. I remember when this first squeezed to 40, I was day trading that on the short side. And I did take a bit of an L, but I held it all the way back down. And I was able to get out there. But that was pretty insane the first time around. And since then, I have traded it like 2 or 3 times. So, yeah, so it gapped up here at 330. And it's selling off in the aftermarket. So, yeah, I think it popped on news. It had some, I think they got like FDA approval or something. Yeah, they got FDA granted de novo, whatever that is. That's one of their devices for fibromyalgia. So that was bullish news, and probably Apes bought it up here and squeezed it. Definitely squeezed it. This is insane volume. But it's definitely coming back down to 330 at some point. It always does. So Apes got to hit the sell button, take their profits while they're still up. But yeah, this is 73 RSI, gap up. Aftermarket actions pulling back. Looks pretty bearish in the short term. So a good stock to short right now. Not financial advice, guys, but looks like a good shorting opportunity. Neuro is Veru Jr. lol. Yeah, kind of. I mean, all the biotech kind of work the same. But I would say Veru is more legit. Not as a company, but because the actual hedge funds are backing it and manipulating it in their own way. So I probably wouldn't touch Veru because there's some shady stuff going on there. But Neuro, this one is a good stock to trade. I've been trading this one. I traded this quite a few times, and it just keeps doing the same thing. It's just pumping up and pumping up and pumping up. Don't know why anyone would hold this in the long term. Let's do CEI and Walmart. All right, so I don't know when the last time I talked about this was. Probably when all the small cap oil was pumping back in like March. So, all right, so RSI is at 50. So this is very average. The current price of 75, 76 cents is right around where it's supposed to be, according to the RSI. Don't really see too many bearish indicators, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really see bearish indicators. MACD down here just crossed. The MACD line crossed the signal line, so that's bullish. That's saying it might be a good time to buy. And there's no gaps here, but, this is here's a cup and handle. Mini cup and handle. At like $1.06 is the top in the short term, and there's some longer term, bigger cup and handles. $1.21, $2, $2.45, and $3.65 and $4.85. So yeah, it's not exactly the greatest entry right now, 75 cents, but you really can't go too wrong here. I don't see any bearish indicators. We just have neutral or bullish indicators and a neutral indicator. So it looks pretty bullish in the short and long terms. This is definitely a buy and hold, I would say. 75 cents, very average entry, and it's a buy and hold. I don't expect it to squeeze or anything like that, but yeah, looks pretty good to me. Like I said, not the greatest entry, but it does look bullish in short and long terms. But this is a meme stock, so it definitely will gamma squeeze at some point again, and when it does, you gotta hit the sell button. Same thing. It's a pumping up and pumping up, except long term, this one's actually going up. So, it'll have its day when it short squeezes again, when it gamma squeezes. Gotta hit the sell button, rebuy the bottom. That's how all these meme stock goes. So I like this one for the long term. And Walmart. Wow, this is pretty nasty. I forgot who said it, but someone was asking about shorting or like buying puts on Walmart. Back here, near the high. It might have been Punk Skater. Can't remember. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I didn't see this chart. So, it looks like a good time to buy. Maybe not yet, but definitely coming up here. It looks like a good buying opportunity. Very, very bullish looking. We have a double gap down. So, like 145. Gap down there should come back up to 145. Another gap down at 130 should come back up to 130. And RSI's at 16 right now, so that's very low RSI, extremely low RSI, very oversold, very undervalued. So it's still going to sell off for a little bit. You know, this is a falling knife right now, so it still has more downside to go. So I'd give this a couple of days before I come in here. You know, just watch it and see when it starts to bottom out and catch support. But yeah, 119, really good entry, but it should keep selling off a little bit more. So I'd keep an eye on this one. And this is definitely a long-term hold, you know, blue chip value stock, Walmart, not going anywhere. So yeah, there's a bit more downside to go in the short term, but this looks like a really, really good buying opportunity. Not financial advice. Wow, this is back to a 2-year low, almost a 2-year low. And looks like there's very strong support here. So, you know, I don't have any support and resistance here drawn, but it looks like there's very strong support at 118, which it's at like right now. So yeah, very soon here, it looks like a good time to buy. 2-year dip. Incredible. So all bullish indicators. No neutral or bearish indicators. So looks like a pretty strong buy. Coming up soon. Yeah, that was you. Yeah. Imagine you bought puts. I mean, there were people that bought puts on Walmart and Target, but damn. Imagine you bought puts up here at 160. Would have been printing. Alright, guys. So anything else, put it in chat. We'll get to that. Otherwise, we'll get to the TA today, which is BBIG. Let me just make sure there's no news. I don't think there was. No news. Okay. It's a descending wedge. All right. All right, so just going to take a quick drink and we'll get started here with BBIG. And let me check YouTube. 10 viewers, 13 likes. Thank you, guys. A lot of people in here today. Appreciate everyone. Please smash the like button if you haven't yet. But yeah, thanks for a great show today, guys.
I appreciate you. You loyal. All right, let's do it, guys. So here is BBIG Vinco Ventures. This finishes at $2.78 today. That is down 8.85%.
And it's gone.
So we discussed this stock yesterday. It was one of the only stocks that did really well in a market bloodbath. But then in the aftermarket, it actually sold off and went in the red. So that was pretty disappointing. And it seems like that negative momentum continued into today. But yeah, this was, again, top 10 on StockTwits. I believe it had about 7,000 mentions. So once again, we're going to analyze it. Going to be more or less the same from yesterday, but just an update on the TA here. So no company-specific news to justify this price action today. But it just seems like people locked in their Cryptide dividend. You had Cryptide dividends. You had to buy in before May 18th to qualify for the Cryptide dividends. So looks like a lot of last minute buying in the last few days, and right after they got locked in, a lot of dumping now. That and just the overall market selling off today. So almost a 9% pullback today. Pretty nasty. But all right, let's go ahead and analyze here. Tell me about AGRI. That one sounds really familiar. But all right, let me just finish with BBIG first, and we'll do AGRI. Okay. So first of all, this appears to be a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being the low of 195. And there can be multiple possible tops. Let's see here. It can be 350, 390, 440, or 555. And in the longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle, where the top can be 730, 835, 910, 940, 1040, 1190, or the high of 1250. So those are all bullish indicators that is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. So the cup and handle is bullish in the short and long terms. Triple gap down. I think it's actually a quadruple gap down. Yeah, a quadruple gap down. And then we have a quadruple gap down. First gap down is back here at 955, so that's a bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 955 to fill that gap. Second gap down is at 745, so another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 745 to fill this gap. Third gap down at 585, so that's another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 585 to fill that gap. And then yesterday, a new gap down was created at about 295. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 295 to fill this gap. That one should fill relatively quickly in the short term. The other one's at 585. 745 and 1190. Those will probably take a while to fill, but eventually they should. But those are more of a long-term thing. All right. Descending wedge. And here it looks like we have a descending wedge. So that's a bullish indicator. Right now it looks like this is consolidating between $345 Can actually draw a better one here. $345 and $230. Let's see here. $285. So it looks like there's a bit more consolidation. To go, but they should consolidate between somewhere between 285 and 290, and from there it should break out to the upside. And I think that's about it. And it looks like there's some very strong support. And it looks like there's some very strong resistance. And it looks like there's some very strong resistance at 350. Retested that a couple of times. Couldn't really break it. So if this breaks 350, that'd be really bullish. And there's also some very strong... Did I say support? I meant resistance. Very strong resistance at 350. And there also appears to be some very strong support at 215. 215 and 195. So if it breaks 195, this can go really bad. That'd be pretty bearish. Okay. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. Little Caesars pizza for dinner tonight. Very bullish indicator low. Is it still $5? With inflation, I don't know if it's still $5. Before inflation, it was $6 here in the city. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. They advertise $5 and it's actually $6 here. So I wonder if it's still $5. Some pretty good pizza. And it turns out the Costco is not raising their prices. Hot dogs are still $1.50. Happy about that. What up, Brucey, baby?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate you, as always. A lot of noise with BBIG. Hard to filter out what's facts and what's baloney. Yeah, BBIG is one of the most talked about stocks right now. Retail favorite. So, there's all these moon boys saying squeeze, 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 moon, moon, moon. Which, I mean, I guess at some point it will again, but that's a bunch of baloney to me. To me, it's gonna slowly go up. Looks bullish, gonna slowly go up, but I wouldn't necessarily. I don't think there's gonna be a squeeze or a gamma squeeze or anything like that. Eventually, but in the meantime, nah, it's just a bunch of clickbait. So I'll tell you guys the truth. I'm not a moon boy. I think there's one more here. I'm just going to draw one more support here. Okay. Cool. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 285 and 275. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 285, 295, 305, 315, 320, 330, 340, 350, 365, 375, 390, 405, 415, 425, 440, 460, 475, 485, $5, 515, 535, 545, and then 555. There is resistance above 555, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 275, 265, 250, 240, 225, 215, 195, 175, 160, 135, and then 110. So right now at the current price, 278, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. So expect a regular amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 555 to the upside, the channel starts to open up and get pretty wide. So expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 550, 555. Let's see here. And to the downside, if/when this breaks 215, the channel starts to open up and get pretty wide. So expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 215. RSI is currently at 52, so very average RSI there, a little bit above average. So according to the RSI, the current price of 278 is around fair market value. Maybe should be a little bit lower. And this did 21 million in volume today, which is below the average of 25 million. So the sell-off today was not confirmed by the volume. And I guess I should mention here. And in the aftermarket here, this is down to 275. So if this aftermarket action holds, that would be a bearish indicator for tomorrow. That is suggesting that tomorrow the stock will sell off. Okay, guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. Now, fam, they raised to 555 and then again to 6. So it's $6 everywhere now. So I wonder what it's in New York. Probably 7 or 8. Wow. Surprised they didn't keep it at 5 and just make the pizza smaller. But yeah, it's damn inflation. And there's no $5 footlong at Subway anymore either. They used to be a deal. So as long as Costco doesn't raise their hot dogs and rotisserie chicken, I'm good. But yeah, imagine they raised the rotisserie chicken. It's always been $5. They're gonna be outraged about that. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Damn inflation. So the chart does look really bullish. Long term, we got some strong bullish indicators in the cup and handle, triple gap down, and triple gap down. And in the short term, this may pull back a little bit more because I'm not so sure that the dumping after the Cryptide dividend getting paid out is done yet. But this should bottom out and reverse pretty soon. So maybe there's going to be a bit more sell-off in the short term, but it does look bullish as well. Got some pretty strong bullish indicators in the cup and handle, gap down, and descending wedge. Really no bearish indicators right now, except for the aftermarket action, which is just temporary. And we have a neutral indicator in the RSI. So overall, yeah, the chart does look pretty bullish in the short and long terms. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, you really can't go too wrong here at 278. Again, RSI is at 52, so very average RSI. So 278 is right around fair market value. Not exactly the greatest entry, but by no means terrible. And you really can't go too wrong here. So I would support going long at 278, and if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. And yeah, there's a lot of upside potential, especially in the long term, and not too much downside potential. Let's do some math here. So like I said, there's some very strong support at 215 and 195. I really don't think it's going lower than 215. And from the current price of 280, that's less than a 25% downside. And this one, 955. And again, eventually this should come back up to 955 to fill the gap down there. And from the current price of 280, that would be over an 850% upside. My bad, not 850. That would be over a 240% upside. I'm bugging. 240% upside. So 25% downside potential, 25% downside potential, 240% upside potential. So I would say going long here would be a medium risk, very high reward play. Definitely worth it in my opinion. Definitely worth a shot. So yeah, I like going long here. Looks like a pretty good play. I can't support that. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that for the opposite reasons. For the same reasons I said to go long. Very strong bullish indicators in the short and long terms. Really no bearish indicators other than the aftermarket action, which is just temporary. And yeah, you should be able. And yeah, while you can make some money to the downside here, I really don't think you're going to make more than 25%. Only a 25% downside, it looks like. And again, a 240% upside potential. So I would say going short here would be a very high risk, medium reward play. Just not worth it, in my opinion. Way too risky for my liking. Doesn't really make too much sense. Going short here. You should have went short anywhere from $12 to like $4, and here at $280, it's just way too late. Not a good entry going short. And there's a good chance you're gonna get burned. So there are definitely way better short plays out there in the market. Don't really see why you would go short on BBIG right now. Seems like a pretty bad idea. So if you want to go short, do it at your own risk. But doesn't really seem like that great of a play. Okay, guys, so pretty straightforward. Seems like today's dump was because people who bought in for the Cryptide dividends are unloading shares. So there may be a little bit more selling off in the short term, but overall, in the short and long terms, looks really bullish. 280, not exactly the greatest entry, but very average entry. Can't go too wrong here. Lot of long-term upside potential. So I can't support going long here, and really no reason to go short. Way too risky. Way too risky. You're probably gonna get burned. There are definitely way better short plays out there in the market. Don't really see why I'd go short right now. So sorry to everyone who lost money in the stock today, and good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is BBIG Vinco Ventures. All right, so we're actually going a little longer here than I expected. We're at an hour 20 now. It's 5:20, which is cool because, you know, there's a lot of people in here chatting. Don't know about now. There was at least. So, you know, always willing to stay longer and kick it with you guys. So let's just look at AGRI for Jenna. Hope you're still here, Jenna. And then we'll get to the Yolos. And anything else, guys? If you want me to look at it, put it in the chart right now. Put it in the chat right now, and we'll take a look at whatever you want me to look at. What happened here? The hell kind of chart is this? This is nuts. Thoughts on the VIX? All right, we'll check it out. I mean, I'm not really sure what's going on here. This chart is insane. Was this a split? This looks like a stock split. So we'll zoom in here from this point on, because that's pretty ridiculous. Walking through downtown right now. These hiring signs stay up 24/7. I think he's in Florida. Not sure which city. But yeah, you know, the economy's bad, right? It's bad, but there's still a labor shortage, but no one wants to work. Everyone complaining they got no money, economy is bad, but no one wants to work. Everyone just stealing stuff, crime is going through the roof. But people just don't want to work. It's crazy. So, you know, I was complaining the other day to some friends about my catalytic converter getting stolen, my mom's catalytic converter getting stolen, and, you know, you got these people that sympathize too much. Like, oh, but there's a reason why they're doing that. You know, people can't eat, they're hungry, got no money. I'm like, yeah, it's called a job. Get a job. Well, no one's hiring right now. BS. There's a labor shortage. Everyone's hiring right now. So, yeah, just a quick rant there. But yeah, the Great Resignation is a thing. People need, businesses need work. They need help. They're paying some pretty high wages too. But no one wants to work. So maybe it has to get worse before people actually start going back to work. And it was crazy. During the pandemic, people getting unemployment, you got more money sitting at home doing nothing. You got like at least $600 a week just sitting home doing nothing. A lot of people were getting like $1,000, $900, $1,000. And yeah, you get more money for sitting at home than people actually going to work. It was pretty sad. So why would you work? Anyway, enough of that ranting. So for AGRI, RS is at 56 right now, so a little bit above average. I think this one's coming back down to 170. There's a gap up here, 170. It's cup and handling too. But yeah, I think at some point it's coming back down to 170. Kind of both lagging too, though. And going up in the aftermarket. So it may pop in the short term. There's also a gap down here at 440. So at some point it's going back up to 440, and at some point it's coming back down to 170, I would say. So if you're not in it, I'd set the buy orders at 170. I think that'd be a really good entry. And if you are in it, I would set the sell orders to 440. So I hope that helps, Jenna. Yeah, so a bit difficult to tell where it's going to go in the short term. But it looks like at some point it's coming back up to 440, and at some point it's coming back down to 170. Other than that, you know, neutral RSI. There are more bullish indicators than bearish indicators. But I try to get this back at 170. All right, let's look at the VIX. Anything else, guys? Let me check YouTube. How many people are still here? 7 viewers, 14 likes. So we lost some viewers, but appreciate everyone. Still a lot of people here.
I appreciate you.
Weather sucks in Canada. Yeah, but at least it's a nice country. And yeah, not Miami, Florida. Very good weather there. A little bit too good, a little bit too hot, and a lot of hurricanes. All right, on the VIX here. So we're at 29.35. So let's see. Honestly, it kind of looks like it's cup and handling. It looked like it cupped here, and now it's handling, and this may break out to the upsides. That's not good at all. But the MACD is on a downtrend, so that's at least a good sign there. Yeah, I didn't really look at this chart before, but it looks kind of scary, to be honest. It kind of looks like it's going to rip to the upside. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I want to be optimistic and say it's going to go down, but I'm not going to lie. It kind of looks like it wants to break out. Getting some consolidation here. And cup and handle. It's consolidating here. So, I mean, a lot more consolidation to go, but yeah, it doesn't look too good. That's pretty bad. 90 degrees, too hot. You gotta be like the snowbirds. That's what they call them. Rich people that live in New York and Florida. In the winter, they go down to Florida, and in the summer, they go back to New York. What a life, right? It's literally and physically impossible to live without AC over here. Yeah, I bet. Electricity bill probably running through the roof. Don't know, man. Looks like it's taken for now. Yeah, for now, MACD looks pretty good. And I sure hope it does. But, you know, like I said, I'm not convinced. In this market, I'm not convinced about anything. We need to see some consistent rallying here. We need Jim Cramer to say it's recession time. I mean, I'm totally joking. I'm like half joking there. So, yeah, I sure hope it's going down. But every time it does go down, it's like, psych, you know, we got to 20 one time and then it ripped right back up. And every time it looks like we're going back down, it just rips right back up. So, yeah, I'm not convinced at all. And I'm not going to be surprised if it rips to the upside. If we break 40. VIX looking bullish. Go. Yeah, everything is go right now. PANW mega go. Palo Alto Networks, yeah. Yeah, this is mooning here. They had earnings. Looks like they had really good earnings. Yeah, this is ripping right now. Hit 490. Yeah, so this is when earnings go bad. I'm sure a lot of people bought puts and got wrecked on that. And then there's probably a lot of people that bought calls that made a lot of money. So, yeah, really good earnings. Palo Alto, mooning right now. Recession and growth fears scaring investors out of the market, making VIX go up. I mean, yeah, this is how the rich get richer. You know, retail chickens out, they sell everything. They got no money, got to sell everything. And then the rich people, you know, Buffett just comes in, Citadel just comes in, scoops everything up, buys the dip, and bigger wealth gap. Because I know Buffett just went on a buying spree. He bought Citibank and Paramount. He owns like 10% of Paramount now. I'm like, what? I think that people hedging their long positions, buying puts, and that's what drives the VIX up. Yeah, that too. Hedge funds. The hedge funds, the big institutions do that. Buying puts while they hold their stock. All right, guys, let's get on to that. That's one factor, though. You know, it's a whole thing, macro economy. All right, guys, let's get to the Yolos, and this should be pretty good today. So, like I said earlier, we actually got some educational content, which is a good segue actually, because we're talking about SPY and the VIX right now. So yeah, we actually got some educational stuff today from Wall Street Bets, some actual TA, which I was pretty surprised. Usually it's just, you know, nonsense and memes and poop posts and stuff like that. But yeah, give me a second here. Let me pull this up. We can actually learn some stuff from Wall Street Bets today. I don't know. I don't think I've ever said that. All right. So let's give that a second to finish loading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. All right. KO got KO'd, one of Buffett's favorite stocks, Coke. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. So, you know, that's a long-term hold, but I don't know how much longer Buffett can hold for. You know, him and Munger. I mean, I guess it's for the company's sake, you know, Berkshire, but you know, you can't take it with you. They only got so much life left. Imagine being a bird and trying to poop while flying. Did they do that? I think they do. You know, here in the city, you gotta dodge the bird crap everywhere. Parking your car in the street. Always gotta clean your windows and stuff. And you just gotta dodge the bombs coming down from these buildings. You're never safe. Why is it still loading? Alright, we'll get started anyway. Alright guys, so today this should be fun. We have a few memes and actually some educational content today. A lot of charts on SPY. And some actual gain corn. So a lot of mix of stuff today. Better than average Wall Street Bets content today. So this should be fun. Let's do it, guys. This first one's by StockTwits. Recession confirmed. So here we got some articles from Bloomberg. So on October 11th, 2021, Goldman JP Morgan says buy the dip as inflation is transitory. And of course, you know, right after that, market starts crashing. And now, May 19th, 2022, Goldman JP Morgan strategists see recession fears as overblown. So, yeah, I guess this guy is pretty much saying inverse Goldman and JP Morgan, inverse the institutions. So they say recession fear is overblown. So we may be headed for even more downside. Thoughts on Tesla? Looks like a double bottom too. All right, we'll look at that. But it does look like it's holding 700 pretty strong. Very strong resistance or support at 700. But, with all this Elon Twitter drama, it's definitely messing up the stock right now. But that's not going anywhere. I think there's a gap at 500, though. 5 something. But 700 is some very strong support. We'll look at that in a second. Let's just get done with the Yolos. All right, this is by... So this is more some educational stuff here. This is by ABRX86. So this is the last 12 bear markets. So these are, the last recessions we've been through. All the way from 1946 to 2020 now. 2022. So if we look at this, and I've been trying to tell you guys, a lot of you guys have been asking, are we in a recession? Is it as bad as '08? And now we got some actual numbers here. So now I've been saying we're only down like 20%. Or we were, it's coming back now. But on average, a recession is like 25 to 30% pullback from the high. So the worst one was in '08 when it went over 50%. It was like 55%. So now we're in about a 20% downside. So average is 25, right? So we're around the average right now. Did we hit 25? I don't think so. I think we hit 20. So this may get a little bit worse, but we're right around the average. But this can get even worse to 30, 40, and 50. I don't think we're getting to 50%, but we may be pushing over 30%, maybe even 40%. So, honestly, this isn't as bad as all the other recessions we've been through. Not yet, at least. They may get worse. Hopefully not. But, it is bad, but I've been saying to you guys, technically it can get a lot worse. If you think about it, it hasn't even gone down that much. 20%. Compared to like other recessions. So yeah, we're at 20%. Hopefully that was the bottom. That would be the least worst recession ever, actually. But yeah, it's not over yet. And this is days from peak to trough during bear markets. So the 2020 bear market was like a whole month. It looks like a month, not even. Our 2020 recession. That's when Jay Powell turned on the money printer. So 2002 took over 600 days to get out of that. About 2 years. And '08 took about 1 year to get out of that. So we barely hit 100 days right now. So there may be, a year or two of this to come. I sure hope not. But yeah, just being realistic, looking at some numbers here. It may get a lot worse. And this can last for, an extended period of time. Maybe a year or two. But that's a good chart. That's a really good chart. Useful information there. All right, this is by Wholesound 9538. So we are at the bottom. So here's a SPY chart here. So this guy's claiming we're at the bottom because this looks like an RSI chart down here. And on every dip, RSI is at like 30. Didn't really go lower than that. So yeah, 2012, 2016, 2018, 2020, 2022. So, hey, this guy thinks we're at the bottom because RSI is pretty low. So, that's pretty encouraging. But at the same time, we get some conflicting opinions here. This one is by Apprehensive Steve. We aren't even close to the bottom. So, one guy's claiming we are at the bottom, other guy's claiming not even close. And this guy is using the MACD as reference here. So, yeah, on the MACD, on SPY, The MACD line just crossed the signal line. And that looks really, really bearish. So RSI looks bullish, MACD looks bearish. So who really knows? But you know, these are some of these basic indicators that everyone uses to predict how the market's going to go. You know, we use it here, RSI, MACD. So who actually knows? Well, we're getting some conflicting opinions here and some pretty good, you know, TA to support their opinions. And this one's my comfortable heat, 7637. SPY 500, S&P 500 bottom out. So here we have a channel. This is a ascending channel here. So actually, this one looks kind of bearish. Because if it breaks the downward channel, you know, that's a bearish indicator. It's about to break the downward channel. It'd be bullish if it breaks the upward channel, which is 4,900, so the top. So actually, no, this looks pretty bearish. Hopefully, it did bottom at whatever this is, 3,860. But if it breaks that, according to this upward channel here, that'd be really bearish. So hopefully it did bottom out. If it didn't, if it breaks that, we're in for a lot of trouble. All right, so that was actually some good educational stuff. I think that's the first time ever we looked at educational content from Wall Street Bets, and I actually do respect those opinions. Seems like they're in the wrong place, not Wall Street Bets, but that was good stuff. All right, now we got some actual Yolos here, some gain corn. This is by Professor. Low-key legend. Definitely reviewed this guy a bunch of times. So this is on target. $720 to $38,000 on target puts. All right. What up, Patrick Hornick?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thoughts on Redbox? All right, we'll check it out in a second here. Give me a couple minutes. We're almost done with the Yolos here. Then we're going to look at Tesla, and then we can do Redbox. And anything else, guys? Any charts you want me to look at, put it in the chat right now, and we'll get to that. But I appreciate you, Patrick. I don't think I've seen you around here before. I think you're new. So welcome to the community. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you. Please smash the like button, guys. Although I did talk about Redbox, you know, not too long ago when it squeezed, and I did say it was going down, based on the chart, and, you know, a lot of people didn't really like that, but, you know, I tell the truth here, based on the chart. So now it has gone down quite a bit, so I haven't looked at the chart recently, but it should be bullish from here. We'll check it out. All right, so here we got, so this is from Target. We did a lot of Target puts yesterday, but here's another one. 15 puts, 185 strike, expires tomorrow, May 20th, FD. So yeah, $720 call, and he ran it up over 38K. So over a 5,600% gain. Printing here, 55 bagger. So yeah, the play itself, you know, it's pretty bad. Don't do this, guys. This is insanely risky. Just straight up lotto tickets. But, you know, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes the hips get lucky. And this guy, Professor, I don't know if he's actually, like... I think he actually makes a pretty good living from doing this. He has some pretty insane YOLOs. Or maybe he just has a gambling problem. But I think he actually makes some pretty decent money here. So, yeah, at this point, you know, expires tomorrow. It's not going above 185. So, yeah, made some fat tendies here. So, Professor, thanks for posting once again. Congratulations to you, dude. You are a legend. And I don't encourage, you know, the regular apes to do this, but this guy seems to have a knack for this. Usually doesn't work. So, I think there's a mix of skill and luck here. And, yeah, dude, enjoy the tendies. And usually I would say chill out next time, you know. Can't get lucky forever. But this guy just keeps on getting lucky. Or maybe it's skill, like I said. But, you know, great content. What do you think of Unity software? Buy symbol. Is it a buy symbol U? All right, so we'll look at that after I'm done with the Yolos here. Another one by Professor. Yeah, like I said, this guy's low-key a legend. So when are you thanking me? AMAT is paying fat money. AMAT, not MMAT. I don't even know what AMAT is, but $95 put, 431 contracts expiring tomorrow. So another FD here. So this was a 15K YOLO, well 13.5K YOLO, and right now he's up 16.5K, 118%. So let's check out AMAT, but, you know, it's an FD. Don't do that, guys. So it was an earnings play. They had earnings today. All right. So it's at 110 now, 108. And this is 95 strike, so. Yeah, it worked out. It worked out. It didn't get to the strike he wanted, but he's up pretty big, and you got to hit the sell button now. Got to hit the sell button. If you don't, it's going to zero tomorrow. But I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure he cashed out already. Definitely did. Because I think I saw a YOLO before, and this is just an update. So yeah, Professor, thanks again. Once again, thanks for posting. Great content. Don't do this, guys. This is insanity. But there actually is a method to the madness, for this guy at least. This guy posts a lot. And he has a lot of gain corn. I'm not sure if there's... like I said, I'm not sure if he's a gambling addict or what, if he's actually up. But I think he's actually up. I think he does it professionally. But yeah, risky play here. FD. Pretty ambitious strike. But not there yet. And yeah, you better hit the sell button before it goes to zero tomorrow. So, a good play, dude. Congrats again. Last one by Sticky Tips 420. Now and then, a Art Hard gets lucky. So, this guy knows it. You know, these lotto tickets are just straight up luck. So, this is for Cisco. Cisco FDs here. June 3rd. $47 and $48 puts. So $1,500 YOLO. I don't know what Cisco's at right now. Did it go down there? 42. Okay. So yeah, they're in the money, and he cashed out already. So hit the sell button. Congrats to this dude, and he sold for 8K. So in for 1,500, out for 8K. What's that? $5,500 gain.
Put this money in your savings account.
So yeah, lotto tickets, FDs, and yeah, he got lucky. But he knows it, and he hit the sell button. So awesome. Congrats to this guy. So a Sticky Tip 420, thanks for posting. Congrats to you, dude. Chill out in the future. But I'm glad you knew that you got lucky, and I'm glad you hit the sell button. That's the right thing to do. All right, guys, so that's all the YOLOs for today. Let's get to some TA here. Some stuff you guys want me to look at. It's 5:48 now, so we're doing pretty good on time. I thought we'd go an hour 30, but a lot of people in here chatting today, so appreciate you guys. So we're gonna go about 2 hours today. So we're doing Tesla, Redbox, U. Anything else, guys? Put it in the chat right now, and we'll get to that. Holding Redbox in hopes of a squeeze, just going off Ortex. It looks like ripe to buy for more. Thoughts on this taking off? All right, so I will say, we'll look at it in a second, but it already squeezed, dude. So I have no doubt that at some point it'll squeeze again. But, you know, we've been covering these meme stocks, these squeeze plays for, you know, a year now, over a year now on this channel. And, you know, squeezes usually happen once every couple of months. So the squeeze just happened. So I'm not saying it won't happen again. It will happen again, but in the short term, probably not. And I'm just being completely honest. We'll look at it in a second. So you may have to hold that for a couple of months before it does squeeze again. And when it does, hit the sell button. But we'll take a look at that in a second. I don't think it's going to happen, you know, in the next few days or the next few weeks. Probably going to have to hold that for a little bit. And it will have its day again. But you got to be patient. All right, so let's look at Tesla and Redbox and AMC. Sure, we'll do AMC. So yeah, Tesla. So 700, very strong support, like I said. Very, very strong support. Just can't seem to break 700. It briefly did. And RSI is pretty low, 34, so it is a bit oversold. MACD is coming back. And, you know, cup and handles and stuff, so. I mean, definitely bullish long term. So, you know, 700 seems like some major support there. If it breaks 700, this can go really bad. So 700 is a very key resistance, or key support there. And there is a gap. There is a gap here at 565, 566, which never filled. So that is possible. So if it breaks 700, this is probably going to go pretty bad. And very possible it comes back down to 566. And just, you know, Elon messing around with this Twitter stuff is not really reassuring the investors. So, you know, 700 is a pretty good entry. And it does look bullish in the long term, but if it breaks 700, this can go really bad and possibly even back down to 765, 565, where the gap is. But I'd probably buy it at 700 and then 550, 565 as my next entry. Redbox. So it does look like it's recovering here. RSI is at 49, so the current price 380 is very average. That's right where it should be according to the RSI. Appears like there's some pretty strong support at 240, 235-ish. And 270. So yeah, you know, so Patrick, I can't support going along here as long as you understand that this is a swing trade, you know. I definitely don't think this is a good long-term buy and hold. You know, Redbox is not really a great company fundamentally. But 380 is very average entry. That's right where it should be according to the RSI. And like I said, I don't expect it to squeeze per se in the near future. But it will have its day again. You know, all these meme stocks work the same. They squeeze, they cool off for a couple of months, and then they squeeze again out of nowhere. So the squeeze just happened, you know, last week. Not last week, but a couple of weeks ago. So I expect this to not really do anything for a couple of months, but it will have its day again. So if you want to play it that way, you know, just hold it until it squeezes. But realistically speaking, don't expect it to for a couple of months. And when it does, hit the sell button. I would just put in, you know, buy or sell stops right now. Looks like 685, $7 is a pretty good sell stop you could put in. You know, that'd be around 100% upside. So yeah, you know, 380 is not a great entry, but not terrible at all. If it pulls back, then I got support here. You can average down 350, 315, 270, 235, $2 and 170. So yeah, it will have its day again, but I don't expect anything significant to happen for a few months. And when it does, hit the sell button. That's how I'd go about this one. Not financial advice. Bars on the windows, pit bulls everywhere, shoes hanging over the power line. I think somehow I ended up in the wrong neighborhood. It sounds like the hood. The hood. Yeah, how'd you end up getting there? Where you going, dude? Be careful. Don't get robbed. Don't get shot. And maybe not have your phone out. AMC, I agree. Just looking to make a few bucks. I got in just under 3. All right, so at least you're up, dude. That was a very good entry. High risk, but you pretty much bought the bottom. Bottom was like 235. So you got in a really good entry. You're already up like 25%. So maybe a good way to go about it is set a sell stop at 3, so that way, you know, you can't lose money. And set another sell stop at probably 7, I would say. That's where I would set it. Or even 6, because you got in at 3. So yeah, you could put a sell stop at 3, so that way you don't lose money, and a sell stop at 6, so that way you cash out at 100%. But yeah, dude, at least you're in the green, so you can't complain too much. And yeah, it will squeeze again, but probably not anytime soon. Give it a couple of months. You may be holding for a couple of months before that happens again. Yeah, so I think a good way to play it for you, dude, is put sell stops. A stop loss and a sell stop. You can even sell covered calls. Very high IV here. You know, June 17th. Not sure how many shares you have, but you get 25 bucks at the $6 strike for June 17th. So, another way to play it. Sell covered calls. So there's a good amount of ways you could go about this right now. But I think best ways to go about it, stop loss, sell stop, or covered calls. $6 covered call looks really good here. Even the $4 looks pretty good. 70 bucks for that. Look at PACV, sure. Green is good, but green is good. Thanks for the input, bud. You're welcome, dude. I'm back home now. Only got shot twice, but I'm still alive. It's usually at least 5 times, JK. Yeah, you got to get at 50 cent level. He got shot, what, like 20 times? He's bulletproof. Yeah, I don't know how that guy's still alive. I walk for an hour 3 times a week. That's my cardio. Lol. Hey, at least you're doing something. That's pretty good exercise. A lot better than, you know, most Americans. You don't like the treadmill? That's good, though, dude. No jogging, walking? I mean, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I gotta get back to working out. Haven't done it in a couple of weeks. But, you know, luckily, I'm just naturally skinny. Kind of vain like that. If I ever start getting fat, hell no. I'm at the gym every day. I got 4,700 shares, nothing too crazy. Looking to make a few bucks. That's a good amount of shares, dude. Yeah, maybe you should go with the covered calls then. Because you can sell 47 contracts. So what, 47 times? Yeah, dude. Honestly, you should probably sell covered calls. Not financial advice, but you can sell monthly covered calls. June 17th, $6 strike is $25 right now. So you can sell 47 contracts, and that's 2,800 bucks in premium right there. And if it goes over 6, then you have to sell at 6. You know, 100% gain, and you keep your 2,800. And if it doesn't, then you just keep your premium. Yeah, I think Patrick, I think covered calls would be a good way to go about your situation right now. Not sure if you know about options and covered calls and stuff, but I think that'd be a really good strategy right now for you. Take advantage of this high IV. $6 strike, fat premium. If you want, you can join our Discord. Link in the description. And we can go more into detail about that. But yeah, I think 2,800 bucks just for holding, collecting premium. That's I think that's the plan. That's the way to go. Covered calls. 50 Cent got shot so many times he only worth 10 cent, lol. Nah, fam, the treadmill makes me feel like a hamster on a wheel. I do run jog sometimes. Well, you could go, you know, maybe the metaverse gym will be a thing, like we said before, in the news. But yeah, you know, exercise. Gotta work out that. Gotta work off the Little Caesars. But that's good, dude. I'm going to follow and hit you up tomorrow. All right, dude. Thanks for that. Yeah. Yeah, you can subscribe. You know, you can reach out to me on Discord, Reddit, StockTwits. All the links are in the description. Yeah, dude. Anytime you want to talk, just message me. Discord's the best place. You could DM me. But I think, yeah, the covered calls is the way to go for you. And you're welcome, dude. Hope to see you back here in the future. All right, you and, what's the other one? PACV. The Metaverse Gym LMAO. Yeah, I don't know. You know, we might be just, we might be boomers. We may be too old. And I'm like, that doesn't sound too smart. Like, I wouldn't go to a Metaverse Gym. But, hey, maybe we just don't know the future. That may be the actual thing, Metaverse Gym in the future. All right, you. I got a question, folks. What makes the gap ups and gap down in the pre-market? Well, that is what makes the gaps, the pre-market. So it's just pre and post-market trading. And is there any way to anticipate them? No, not unless you got insider information. So you kind of answered your own question. The pre and post-market makes the gaps. It's not the pre and post market that makes the gaps happen, but what happens in the pre and post markets creates the gaps. And can you anticipate them? Yeah, pretty much there. Manipulation. Not unless you have inside information. What the hell is this? We got spammers in here. We haven't had spammers in a while. Someone get rid of that for me. Thank you, thank you. No, like actually, there's no way to anticipate it unless you're in the you got inside information. So yeah, you know, it's usually just breaking news, earnings, stuff like that. Yeah, appreciate you, Punk Skater. All right, so should you buy? I mean, it looks like a pretty good entry. Not sure if you're still here, Wilson, but yeah, the time to buy would have been at 30 or 29 because that's when it gapped. That's when it gapped down. So it was at 17, 18 RSI at 29. That would have been a good time to buy. But still here at 42, not a bad entry at all. It's still, there's a gap at 45, so it's coming back up to 45. MACD is coming back. It's about to cross the signal line, so that's a bullish indicator. That's saying it's probably a good time to buy. RSI is at 34, so not oversold and undervalued anymore, but, you know, still very low RSI. And it's a yearly low, so all-time low, all-time low. This stock hasn't been around for that much. So yeah, Wilson, it does look like a good buy to me. Not financial advice, but it does look like a good buy. All-time low, low RSI, gap down, cup and handle. Looks really bullish. So definitely a good long-term buy and hold here. I would say yes. Looks like a good buy. And what's the last one? PACV. This is OTC? It is OTC. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, Swirly. So, yeah, I wouldn't go for it right now. I think it's a bit too late. Because RSI is at 81, so this is overbought. It is overvalued. It may go a little bit higher, maybe to 13 or 14 cents, because that's where the cup is. And there's a lot of volume too, so I'm not sure what's going on. So at this point, it's high risk, high reward. I'd personally stay away from this. It's kind of a gamble at this point. Not saying it won't keep going up, but it went up a lot already, and good chance it goes back down. So yeah, if you want to go for it, go ahead, dude. There may be a bit more upside, but I think it's a bit too late, and I'd just probably stay away from this one. Too much of a gamble for me. But this can come back up to 14, possibly. Because that's where the next top of the cup would be. May go back up to 13 or 14. It is kind of bull flagging. So, yeah, mixed signals. There are some bullish indicators, but it looks more bearish to me. I wouldn't go for it. Too risky for my liking right now. Yeah, so I hope that answers the question. Yeah, I would go for it. I think you missed a chance, but if you want to go for it, do it at your own risk. Set stop losses, set sell stops. No, I mean the gaps at 4 a.m. Is there a way to anticipate the gap up and gap downs at 4 a.m.? No, you just gotta, because that's where the big action happens, pre and post market. Usually due to some big news dropping or earnings or something like that. So, yeah, the gaps are created by pre and post market trading, and no, there's no way to anticipate unless you're an insider. So I hope that answers your question. All right, anything else, guys? So that's the show for today. Good stuff, good stuff. We went over 2 hours, which I was not expecting, but a lot of people in here chatting today, so appreciate everyone. Great show, great show. Hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed. Oh, the gaps at 4 a.m. Like, that's usually for, I see what you're saying, Zach. I see what you're saying. That's usually for very low float stuff. Honestly, I don't really know why, but that's not too common. And it's not like it halts. So it's really uncommon. I think that's because they're so low market cap. It's a low float stock, so like stuff like this, where big purchases can move the market pretty significantly. But it's pretty uncommon. I think that's what you're saying. Like how does it gap in the pre-market on the smaller charts? I think that's what you're saying. Not exactly sure, but I think that's what you mean. So to be honest, yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think it's because it's just of the low liquidity. You can easily, manipulate the price if you're a whale. But it's pretty uncommon. What up, low roller?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thanks for being here, dude. But we're done with the show, so thanks for stopping by. Were you playing skill games? Did you win money today? I just saw a news today. Now, Monkey Fox, Money Fox, Fox Business. Do you have some stuff for us? Articles or something? You could link it. We could look at that. Oh, monkeypox. Yeah, I did see something about that. Is it here in America? I sure hope not. But you know what? I wouldn't mind another pandemic, and then Jay Powell could turn on the money printer again. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I guess that's kind of messed up, but yeah, another possible pandemic, huh? It is new C19. I don't know about that. Not yet, at least. But Yeah, where's that at? Is it in America that's happening? I don't think so. All right, guys, that is the show for today. So yeah, great show, great show. Very good show. Thank you guys. Appreciate everyone. So we didn't have too much to talk about, but a lot of people in here today chatting. So, always a pleasure to kick it with you guys, to chill, answer questions. And that's all I got. So, yeah, went over 2 hours today. Pretty long show, but it wasn't supposed to be. But all right, appreciate everyone. Anything else, guys? Questions, comments, concerns? Put it in the chat right now. Otherwise, we're out. I heard Skill Game got robbed in 7-Eleven. They used Steel Hammer. That's pretty brazen. Surprised they didn't just, pick up the machine and, like an ATM, pick up the machine and walk outside, put it in your car. Did they, tie up the 7-Eleven guy, the employees? Did they hold him at gunpoint or something? That's very unfortunate. Yeah, crime is crazy. Crime is crazy in America now. I just read about it. It is in Europe, USA, and Canada. Uh-oh. I gotta fix that.
What? What am I gonna do?
Yeah, so it's in developed countries, huh? It's right here. In Western countries. That's not good. So hopefully they can get that under control. Wow. So yeah, I hope that's not a very serious thing. But hey, if there's an excuse to turn on the money printer, I wouldn't mind. Machine is 2K pounds. Yes, that's like what an ATM is, right? You need 3 guys to pick it up and put it in your car. More virus, more money for us. Yeah, like I said, I sure hope it doesn't happen. But if the money printer turns on, that wouldn't be so bad. That wouldn't be so bad at all. Stimulus checks and money printer, why not? But, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a full-blown pandemic. Just kind of an outbreak right now. Kind of a scare. All right, I think that's it, guys. Anything else put in the chat? But I think that's it. So, yeah, once again, great show, great show. Hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely did. This was a great show. So appreciate everyone. Appreciate all the regulars, all the new people. Had a lot of fun today. All right, going once. Going twice. Cool. All right, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please, like the video. Please subscribe. And catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know. Diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.